It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. It's so hard to give up the operating reins and know that for a minute it's going to go backwards. And we all struggle with that. Like, when I'm not the one doing it, it's going to be done 80% as well. The reality is, like, Jay is going to be a better general manager than you would ever be. And I don't mean that as a discredit to you. It's just there's no way. If you don't, it's the old Apex thing, right? If it's not the thing that you're the best in the world at, the thing that you love to do the most, and the thing that people pay you the most for, it's just not a thing you should be doing long term. Like you said earlier, you're going to have to do it for a while because you're a business owner and you got to wear all the hats at some point in time.
Yep.
As you start taking hats off and finding the person that's the best hat wearer in the world for that thing, which Jay is as your general manager. When you first give her the hat, it's going to take her a little bit, naturally.
You know what, though, Dan? Let me tell you something, Dan. This is the truth. I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not trying to be nice to my person that's watching and or build her up or anything like that. She's already better than me. She's already better than I was. Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't just mean like in potential. I mean, like, in execution. And
and I think that's where a lot of entrepreneurs struggle, is where we suck at execution. So
if we're entrepreneurs, we're probably not managers.
Yeah.
Because you got the technician mind,
leaders,
you got the manager mind, and you got the entrepreneur mind. Yeah. But leadership and management are not the same thing. Leadership is getting people to follow you willfully.
Yep. Leadership's a behavior.
Yes. Yeah. Management is inspecting what you expect. Management is getting in the details. Management is more administrative in a sense, because there's a lot of managers that are good enough, but they're not leaders. And or maybe they're a leader, but they're a level 1 leader, like according to John Maxwell. If you read the five levels of leadership.
Such a good book, man. Such a good book.
It's a phenomenal book. And they're a level 1 leader, really, is what it comes down to. And the fact is, if you're a level 1 leader, it's not going to last long. Either you're going to get booted, or you're just going to have a high turnover because the people you bring on are just, going to keep churning at that point.
Yeah.
So here's the thing for me, and this is like something for the dozen of people out there listening. We actually got 18, I think, going right now.
If you include YouTube, we're at like 21, 22.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, what up, YouTube? But here's the thing, guys, that we've got to realize. Well, I don't know if there's a thing. Let me share some thoughts. Okay. Let me share some thoughts with you. If you're like me, you can get stuck in that trap where it's like, when we start these things, when we start these businesses, we have this goal. You probably, if you're listening to this thing when you started your business, you probably had to listen to like Josh Latimer's Quick Talk podcast. You'd probably heard about the automate, grow, sell, automate your business, grow it, sell it, all that stuff. And we had dreamed of automating it and selling it, or we had dreamed of automating it. And then, as like Dalkey and Kaplan would say, they're like, we don't want to automate, grow, sell. We want to automate, grow, ATM. We just want to make it a money printing thing for them. And our goal was never, I'm the dude. The goal was never, I run it. The goal was, I get a team, I invest in them, and they do it. Well, if you're like me, because I really can't speak to everyone, but I can speak to people that speak my language and think my thoughts. If you're like me, I knew that's what I needed to do, but it's terrifying. It's really effing scary to do it. And then especially like when you deal with the depression and you don't really believe in yourself, that compiles it even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're literally doing the opposite of what we preach. Right people, right seats. You're the entrepreneur. You're the visionary. You're not the integrator. If you're the integrator, you're the integrator, but I'm talking to the visionary. So, so it really, it's kind of like addition by subtraction kind of thing. And, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on that, at least at the moment.